So just as the shortage of children's medicine seems to be easing, pharmacy shelves in Canada are now struggling to keep adult cold and flu medicines in stock. For more on why and how long this could last, I'm joined by Danielle Pace. She's the Chief Pharmacist Officer for Canadian Pharmacists Association, and she joins us from Windsor this morning. Good to see you.
Good morning.
Your organization took an informal poll of pharmacists just to find out how severe this shortage of adult cold and flu meds were. And what did you find?
So we found that, unfortunately, this situation with the shortage is widespread. It's not in pockets of the country. It's all over from coast to coast. And pharmacies are struggling to keep their shelves stocked. There's minimal supply. The stock's coming in. It's just not staying on the shelves. And so we're continuing to find challenges as we navigate these unprecedented times where virus activities are just circulating at high rates.
What's causing the shortage?
You know, in this case, again, very similar to what we were seeing in the summer, is that it's just a high demand. There's a need for these products. We're coming off a holiday season, probably a lot of socializing and community gatherings. And so there's just more people that are not well, and they are looking for comfort and relief from their symptoms.
What can be done, Danielle, either by governments or drug manufacturers or pharmacies or grocery stores that have a pharmacy to avoid shortages like this in the future?
Well, you know what? I think there's something to be learned from these situations. I think we need to pay attention to the security of our drug supply, and that requires thoughtful planning and mitigation strategies. We really need to pay attention to how often and how common these shortages are and work together at all levels to ensure that we can prevent them. So we're proactive versus reactive. There's been some, in this case, it's been considerably driven by demand. And so we can take this as an opportunity to realize that virus season is unpredictable. You know, normally during a downtime, during those lulls, is when manufacturers build up their stock, and we didn't get a chance to do that because it started so early this year. So all of this data will help contribute to planning for the future.
You know, in past interviews, when I've talked to people whose job it is to order in these drugs for grocery store pharmacies, for example, they'll say they actually did order more in, but the demand has so increased because our mindset around stockpiling things has changed.
Yeah, you know, the pandemic has created an increased awareness, I would say, on the fact that we're at risk of, and our health is at risk more often these days than not. So there's lots of ways that we can help prevent getting illness. So washing your hands, getting your flu shot. It's not too late to get your flu shot. We know that it's a good match this year. And so knowing there's lots of viral activity in the communities, I would highly encourage you, if you haven't got your booster yet, to go out and get it and get your flu shot. And then stay home if you're not well. Anything that we can do to prevent the spread of illness is going to go a long way.
Fortunately, flu cases are on the decline. In the federal government's last respiratory virus detection report, influenza detections were down 58% from the report 2 weeks prior to that. In that same issuing, cases were down 28% from the week before. But we are not in the clear yet, as you point out. So if you can't get your hands on adult cold and flu medicine, what are some alternatives?
So the good news is that your body's got natural defenses. So lots of fluid, lots of rest. You can use a cold mist humidifier. You can use nasal saline. So talk to your pharmacist. They'll give you some alternatives. Some of these combination products are available as a single entity. And so you might be able to, depending on what your symptoms are, you might be able to find an alternative product to help give you a little bit of comfort while you get better. It takes about 7 to 10 days to clear a viral infection. So during that time, just give your body the rest and hydration it needs to heal.
Thanks, Danielle.
My pleasure.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.